So here's a buyer persona exercise, and it's the large budget 4K TV on Amazon. So let's just say we're going to start selling a large budget 4K TV. How are we going to do some research that's going to reveal information that we can create a persona from so that we can sell to that persona? So what we need to do is do a search on Amazon for a popular 4K TV and go to the reviews section. And here's the question we're going to ask. What are the core values that people are expecting to be met? Make a list of the most commonly expressed core ideas, emotional beliefs, and values from the top 10 positive reviews. Make a list of the commonly expressed core ideas, emotional beliefs, and values from the bottom 10 negative reviews. Now, what we could do is create a simple pitch from the core ideas, emotional beliefs, and values expressed that appeals to this persona we've built from these ideas, beliefs, and values. So here's some of the results that I got when I did this exercise. So here's some ideas from the good reviews I saw. Good picture and sound with internet connectivity for streaming content. So that was some of the things that were expressed. They're rational, they're logical, they can be tested. Very much focused on the features of the product. What are some of the emotional beliefs from the good reviews? They got the best value for money. Why is that an emotional belief? Because that cannot be stated as absolutely true. They feel they got the best value for money, but they cannot know they got the best value for money unless they bought every 4K TV that was out there. So this is an emotional statement they're making because they're pleased with themselves. So here's some rational ideas from the bad reviews. Sound cuts off and TV crashes with some stock. So there's this issue where the sound cuts off and the TV stops working. Emotional beliefs from the bad reviews. Buying online means it arrived damaged. So there would have been some statements, don't buy these TVs, they always arrive damaged. Well, that cannot be true. So that's an emotional expression. That's a customer saying they're unhappy. Whereas ideas from the bad review, sound cuts off and TV crashes with some stuff, that's a statement of fact. They've noticed this happening. So once we've gathered those together, we can start seeing and summarizing the core values that are expressed. So let's just break that down a little bit more. Ideas. This is someone who wants a large 4K TV that has good sound and a video and lets them stream from Netflix on a budget. The emotional beliefs. They believe that they can get the experience of a much more expensive TV at a much lower cost, 1/3 of the cost in this example. And again, that's emotional because they're not going to know whether they can get that experience unless they've bought both. But they would like to persuade themselves emotionally that they made a good choice and therefore they got the same experience for 1/3 of the cost. Now, it's possible that happened, but it's very unlikely because companies just have to spend a certain amount investing into a product. So a $1,000 TV typically is going to have much better materials and features than a £350 TV, for instance. If a company is going to sell a product, they're probably going to get about 1/3 of the markup at the end of it. So they might sell a TV and make £120. So that means they might have put £220 worth of materials and resource into building the TV. Whereas someone selling the TV for £1,000, for instance, is probably making £300 on the top end. So that means that the cost of manufacturing and distribution is £700. So there's going to be much better quality material placed into that product. So when someone thinks that they're going to get the same product for 1/3 of the price, that is not a rational belief. That's emotional. So the core values. They have little money available, but expect to access a good quality product for a low price that meets their needs and expect it to arrive undamaged. So what we've done now is we've just analyzed the results we've got and we can start creating a persona from this information. So the first step was gathering the data. The second step is assessing the data and making some conclusions about that data. So in the previous slide, we looked at gathering the data. And in this slide, we're assessing that data and drawing some conclusions from it that we can create a persona from.